Anything related to Nagraj Manjule is something that I'm willing to pay good money for, be it the heartbreaking Fandry and Sairat, or being the only standout shot from the unpaused Naya Safar anthology in the form of the unforgiving Vaikunta. To term Manjule as a wizard will be an understatement. He collaborates with Amitabh Bachchan and T-Series, this time with the movie titled Jhund. The film focuses on Vijay, a teacher in a college who is concerned about the conditions of underprivileged children that reside in the ghetto neighboring the university. While the authorities of the college are not keen on giving any attention or opportunity to the population on one side of the wall, Vijay is adamant as a sport itself, football is acting as a medium to stray them away from their toxic habits. A population which, mainly due to the circumstances and the environment in which they are raised, find themselves in a cyclical process of petty thievery and addiction. We like to believe that we are all accepting of people in our surroundings, but we have created metaphorical walls segregating on the basis of birth. The opportunities that come and go is still not inclusive, even if we would like to believe it in our echo chamber. Vijay Borade's attempt at channelizing the energy of an impressionable population to something productive like football, despite the various hurdles that come their way, forms the basic storyline of Jhund. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the movie so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch Jhund in theaters or not. The underwhelming aspects. Overindulgent and sanitization of Manjule. The film is 2 hours and 58 minutes long, and that is something that becomes apparent as you watch some of the long drawn out sequences created by Manjule. The moment you think that the movie has made its point with its raw visuals of the environment in which the kids live in, Manjule takes it a step further so that you sit with it, understand their daily reality. While this works effectively when it comes to showcasing the clear distinction between the haves and have-nots all around us, it becomes tiring with aspects like a football training montage or the long drawn-out first match that they play against the college. Football essentially is not the focal point, but it's a means for young individuals to have a purpose beyond what is expected of them. The moment the sport itself takes center stage, especially in a match where the college team starts dodging the Jhoppadpatti team rather than defending against them, it takes away from what the film's purpose is. A new lease of life for the downtrodden and the underprivileged. A highly unlikely romantic angle, if shelved, would have generated a tighter edit, making this impactful film almost perfect in its screenplay and storytelling. What also happens with a creator like Manjule having to work with more established stars and being marketed a certain way, you have to assimilate and probably work around what is palatable to the new audience that you're catering to. I know Manjule is a creator who doesn't shy away from taking his storyline into deep, dark territories. So while Jhund gets its point across extremely effectively, I momentarily thought, is this the final draft truly of what Manjule wanted in terms of its pitch? Did he have another edit of the film which was even more gut-wrenchingly painful? I guess we'll never know. The good. Visual rawness and title track. The visuals of this film do not shy away from providing us the ground reality of exactly what one experiences. You have the narrow lanes, the open gutters, the filth that surrounds a population seemingly unaffected as they don't know life beyond the walls, a metaphorical and physical wall created already establishing where they are not welcome. The cinematography by Sudhakar Reddy makes sure that the audience acknowledge and understand their own privilege, how even the basic necessities for a certain section of the population is a struggle in itself. The film will make you do a double take and go in deep thought of what are humans going through, the same ones that share our spaces, but we refuse to acknowledge. This is definitely not Ajay Atul's best work, but I have to say that I fell in love with the title track of the movie. Nothing is funnier than the team arriving fully dressed up as if they're going for a carnival for their first football match, and the title track kicks in. Whenever the squad walks through the lanes with full chest, Ajay Atul's BGM really shines in showcasing the self-confident swagger of the kids. The kids are amazing. One of the reasons why a movie stands out, especially when it is focused on a cast that is relatively young and also has a combination of both being trained and rookies, is if they have a natural quality in front of camera. Beyond the beautiful script written by Nagraj, Jhund soars like an aeroplane because of the beautiful performances of the kids in this movie. The Sairat duo, both Rinku Rajguru and Akash, do commendable jobs in their respective roles, but these bloody kids were so good in this film. Somnath Avgade from Fantry has become so big that I couldn't even recognize him. He has a pragmatic source of energy in the wild group, constantly making the main character Dawn realize the repercussions to his actions. I've tried to really search for the names of the boys in the film, but I'll name one of them as their character names and you can also chime in if you have more information. Ankush or Don, who basically plays the lead role in this film, is exceptional. From the sheer physicality that he brings to the numerous altercations and the sport, the actor really shines in showcasing the frustration an individual is going through as he consistently tries to change his fate. His best friend and this little one have to account for the most hilarious moments from the movie. Having such infectious energy and confidence, I was actually taken aback by how natural they were in front of camera. Genuine moments of emotion. The beauty of a Nagraj Manjule movie is that he presents the most basic conversations between characters that translate into really emotional moments. You take the basic struggle to make passports for individuals that don't have any official document. Manjule makes sure for you to experience the archaic nature of our systems just like the character, making you immediately empathize with the individual who is basically seeking for their basic right in this country. A sequence of the kids opening up to Vijay as they appreciate the basic fact that one is concerned about how they are doing rather than judging them from the onset really hit me hard. It was as if these characters are genuinely telling their personal battles, to simply live and try and be active members of society. As Amitabh Bachchan rightly says as he fights for the cause of the children, जन्म से या अपनी मर्जी से कोई अपराधी नहीं होता, जीना इनके लिए संघर्ष होता है, पर क्या जीना भी अपराध होता है? Amitabh Bachchan. You need a vessel like Amitabh Bachchan to communicate the relevant social message to the masses, as there isn't really anyone of the same caliber in the older demographic in the Hindi film industry to completely assimilate to the vision of a creator like Nagraj. I never felt that the movie got bogged down due to the star presence of Amitabh Bachchan. Vijay Borade is a man of few words, a man who believes in effective action, and is extremely selfless, almost to the annoyance of his own son initially. This understated yet realistic approach of a man who is tirelessly working to change the fate of the youth and pleading for a sign of respect from his surroundings really resonated with me. Social themes and Bollywood is learning. The reason why I believe Bollywood is learning is because it has acknowledged that the stories need to be the hero of films, so gathering the best of talent from other industries should never be a doubt in the minds of Hindi film producers and distributors, because it is the stories that have made them famous. You just look at the beautiful way in which a Tamil director like Vishnuvardhan created Shersha. I wouldn't think the film would have been what it was had he not lent his expertise and treatment to the film. Similarly, to see Nagraj Manjule present a Hindi film with Amitabh Bachchan in the lead role, it is truly a beautiful marriage of Indian culture that goes beyond the boundaries of language and state. I heard some insider information that this movie was initially intended to be on an OTT platform, but Nagraj really fought it because he wanted to show this movie on the big screen to the masses. Through this film, Nagraj has created themes of acknowledging the hurdles that have held a section of the population back for so long, understanding that outside of schools, colleges and university, there is an India that needs to be explored, an India that struggles to get a hand on basic means for subsistence and only seeks for a purpose to break the toxic cycle of living, breathing and dying in the filth in which they were born. The last scene and the sheer analogy created by Nagraj really broke me, compelling me to acknowledge my biases and truly understand to embrace one another as equals. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.